What does the Bible say about dinosaurs? Biblical and scientific evidence. Stop scrolling. I've got a question that's about to flip your world upside down. What really happened to the dinosaurs? Were they wiped out millions of years ago, or did they actually coexist with humans, as some ancient texts suggest? Yeah, I know, this sounds wild. But trust me, what you're about to discover doesn't just challenge everything you learned in school, it's backed by the Bible, archaeology, and even modern science. Today, we're diving deep into a mystery hidden in plain sight, a story that links Genesis to fossils, dragons to dinosaurs, and ancient records to cutting-edge discoveries. This video will absolutely change the way you see history, and the world itself. And before we get started, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, like this video, and share it, because what we're about to uncover is something everyone needs to hear. Trust me, the mainstream doesn't want you asking these questions. But here, we ask. We investigate. We expose. So buckle up, because you're about to learn the truth about dinosaurs, and it's gonna blow your mind. The Bible and the mysterious beasts. Let's go straight to the beginning, Genesis. The Bible says that on the sixth day, God created the beasts of the earth according to their kinds. In the original Hebrew, the words are behemoth for large land beasts and tananim for enormous sea creatures, often translated as dragons, sea monsters, or giant reptiles. Tananim is used multiple times across the Old Testament, describing massive, terrifying creatures, not whales, not sharks, but gigantic reptiles that match descriptions of creatures like plesiosaurs, mosasaurs, or pliosaurs. And that's not all. Let's talk about the book of Job, one of the oldest books in the Bible. In Job 40, we meet the behemoth. This creature is described as an herbivore, extremely powerful, with bones like bronze, muscles like cables, and, here's the kicker, a tail like a cedar tree. Sorry, but hippos and elephants don't fit. Their tails look like ropes, not cedar trees. But a sauropod, like an Apatosaurus, Diplodocus, or Brachiosaurus, perfectly fits that description. Then Job 41 introduces the leviathan, a sea creature described as breathing fire, producing smoke, invincible, and terrifying. Modern scientists call this poetic, but nature proves it's possible. Ever heard of the bombardier beetle? This tiny insect shoots boiling chemicals in explosive bursts for defense. Fire breathing, in principle, is biologically possible. Biblical timeline versus evolutionary timeline. Here comes the conflict. Evolution claims dinosaurs lived between 65 to 230 million years ago. But the biblical timeline, from Adam to today, spans about 6,000 years. How do we make sense of this? Are both wrong, or is one of them hiding the truth? Hold on to your seat, because modern science is tripping over its own claims. In 2005, Dr. Mary Schweitzer discovered soft tissues, collagen, and even red blood cells inside dinosaur bones. This is supposed to be impossible if those bones are over 65 million years old. Soft tissue doesn't last that long. In 2012, researchers discovered intact proteins inside hadrosaur and T-Rex fossils. Again, impossible by evolutionary standards. Multiple labs have performed carbon-14 dating, which shouldn't work on anything over 50,000 years old, on dinosaur fossils. Guess what? Results range between 22,000 to 40,000 years. This shatters the millions of years narrative. The global flood, the Great Reset. Genesis 6-9 tells the story of the Great Flood, a catastrophic event that wiped out all land-dwelling creatures with the breath of life, except those aboard Noah's Ark. Did dinosaurs board the Ark? Yes, at least some of them. God instructed Noah to take 2 of every kind of land animal, not species as we define them today, but kinds, broader categories. For example, Noah didn't need to take every species of dog. Just 1 pair of the original canine kind, the ancestors of wolves, dogs, coyotes, etc. Same for dinosaurs. He didn't need one of each species but one pair of each dinosaur kind. And let's bust a myth, not all dinosaurs were giants. Over 70% of dinosaur species were the size of a turkey or a large dog. The massive sauropods are the exception, not the rule. Plus, Noah could have taken juveniles, smaller, easier to care for, and better for reproducing after the flood. After the flood, Earth was radically different, ecosystems destroyed, climates shifted, food sources scarce, and competition fierce. Many animals, including dinosaurs, couldn't adapt and went extinct. Dinosaurs in ancient history and archaeology. Here's where it gets even crazier, because evidence of dinosaurs after the flood exists, and it's all over the world. The Ica stones, Peru ancient carvings showing humans hunting and riding dinosaurs, long before fossils were officially discovered. The Angkor Wat Temple, Cambodia, a 12th century carving of what looks unmistakably like a stegosaurus. Petroglyphs in Utah, USA, Native American rock art depicting long-necked dinosaurs. Chinese, European, and Middle Eastern legends, stories of dragons, sea monsters, and fire-breathing reptiles align perfectly with descriptions of dinosaurs. St. George and the Dragon, Beowulf sea monsters, and Norse sea serpents, all hint at humans interacting with these creatures. Coincidence? Not a chance. Scientific evidence that can't be ignored. Soft tissue discoveries shouldn't exist in fossils that are allegedly 65+ million years old. Protein and collagen breakdown rates show that these materials can't last more than a few tens of thousands of years. Carbon-14 found in dinosaur bones destroys the millions of years narrative. Fossil graveyards worldwide suggest rapid burial from massive water catastrophes, aligning perfectly with the biblical flood, not slow, gradual sedimentation. Dinosaur footprints alongside human footprints have been reported at sites like Paluxy River, Texas, highly controversial, but they exist. Many fossils are found in contorted, drowning postures, suggesting sudden death by flooding, consistent with the Genesis account. What happened to dinosaurs? Post-flood, dinosaurs tried to survive but faced harsh new climates, ice ages, deserts, massive storms. Limited food and habitats. Being hunted by humans, imagine the prestige of slaying a dragon. Diseases and genetic bottlenecks reducing diversity. Little by little, these majestic creatures dwindled. The largest died first, smaller ones lingered longer. Many dragon legends likely describe these last survivors. By the time we hit the medieval period, most were gone, surviving only in legends, myths, and rare sightings. So, there you have it. The Bible does talk about dinosaurs, not using the word dinosaur, a term invented in 1841, but through names like behemoth, leviathan, and tananim. Creatures of massive size, power, and mystery. Yes, dinosaurs existed. Yes, they lived alongside humans, from creation, through the flood, and for centuries after. The fossil record, the ancient art, the dragon legends, and even modern science, with its inconvenient discoveries of soft tissues and carbon-14 in fossils, all point to a truth that has been hidden for too long. And now the real question is, why aren't we being told this? Maybe because the truth challenges everything, evolution, the age of the earth, and even how we see ourselves in the grand story of creation. But here's the thing, now you know the truth. And you have a choice. Go back to what you were told in textbooks. Or start seeking answers for yourself, digging deeper into the Bible, archaeology, and the real science that mainstream refuses to show. If this video opened your mind, subscribe right now, turn on the bell, smash that like button, and share it with your friends, your family, your community. The truth deserves to be heard. And hey, comment below, I want more forbidden truth. So I know you want more videos like this one. This is just the beginning. Get ready, because in the next video, we're going even deeper, uncovering secrets that history tried to erase. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and never stop searching for the truth.